Right. Welcome again, everyone. Hey, to me. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining again tonight. For those who joined yesterday, and if you didn't join yesterday and you're joining today, welcome. I think I did recording yesterday, and it's been shared in the group as well. In case you want to catch up with what we looked at yesterday, please, you can do that at your own time as well. Thank you for joining once again. And also thank you for the opportunity to be able to share my knowledge with you all. Thank you. So I'm going to, no fluffing around today. So I'm going to start sharing straight away. If you see me looking right and left, it's because I'm presenting from two screens. So can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, give me one in the chat, please.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yes, I can.
Good, brilliant. Thank you. So we're going to be continue with this series of how to transform your expertise and stories into a profitable and impactful venture. And so as I mentioned yesterday, ordinarily, this is like it is a program I run over 3 months. And what we did yesterday was actually a session of a whole day, 5 hours workshop. So really what I'm doing is I'm giving high level of the strategies, which if we are to do it in depth, we have to like kind of break it down into pieces, go into session, go into action, implementation and all that. But I think even the high level is you can still gain something from it. So today session we'll be looking at making your business impactful and profitable. So today we're going to be looking at the setting our money goals, identifying a unique selling proposition, and standing out from the crowd. We're also going to be creating a baseline statement. I'm going to explain what that is and when we get there, to embody your unique value proposition and instantly grabs the attention of your potential buyer. How do you stand out from the crowd and still sell high value services or products? And also, if we have time, I'll touch base on business module that enable you to sell continuously so that you don't wait that, until you see another client. That is when money can drop into your bank accounts. So day one overview, especially if you've missed day one, as I said, record. The record is available. So we talked about how to find a profitable niche. How do you know which niche is profitable based on your expertise, your stories, your talent, your passion? And how do you identify who's going to buy that product? Because it's not enough that we have a product, well packaged, we have that experience, we have that knowledge without having somebody who will pay for it. Because the purpose of it at the end of the day, apart from making an impact, it's also to be able to make a living out of what we are building. It's to be able to be sustainable, and it's to be able to spread out so that we build more branches, we make more impact. So that means we need more customers to buy it. So also we touch base on how we can unleash the trigger of our customers. What languages can we speak to them to attract them? People get attracted to people like them. So we talked about how we can find our customers, who they are. Obviously, what I did yesterday about finding our customer is about 3-hour session if you have to find a customer, which does not include research. So stripping down, deep down, knowing who they are, the language they speak, we have to go as deep as that. That is how we can connect with our customers authentically on a very, very deeper level. Before I start the session for today, I wanted to touch base on a particular subject, which I think might speak to many of us, especially within our community. I wanted to talk about MMM, multi-level marketing. So I come across this a lot of time that many of us, we feel we get into these businesses And, it's very, very common. It's very, very common. So I wanted to touch base on it. And my talking about it is not to discourage anyone, and it's not to run anything down. It's just for us to like kind of be open to that knowledge that it provides. So multi-level marketing is a system where you help a company to promote their services, and it also involves you recruiting more people so that you can get paid. The more people you recruit, the more money you get paid, like a commission and all that. So I think that is the basic understanding I have of it. I've done it in the past. That is my boy. I know maybe it will have taken another turn now. I don't know. So what I've seen is that I wanted to give you a bit of high-level insight. Obviously, maybe we already know it, but I just felt it is important I share this as well. So one of the things you could think about, based on what we talked yesterday, we talked about having business is not just about making money. It's about making an impact, creating economic benefits. And based on what we also read in Genesis as well, that we are here to make an impact. So we are here to be fruitful and multiply, increase, and spread out and dominate. So when we look at MMM, one of the downfalls, I'm just going to lead one of the downfalls of it, is that it lacks personalization. So what does that mean? It means you're restricted to promoting that company's vision, the company's mission. So a group of people or an individual have had a vision. They build their vision. Their vision could be anything at all. It has nothing to do with your vision. You have different vision. But obviously, many of us, we think this is an easy thing to jump at. After all, it doesn't require me to get a shop. It doesn't require me to run administrative tasks or anything. Some of them, they even build website for you, and all that is a generic website that they build for everyone. And they've created a marketing material for you to use. And you just feel like, oh, it's easy peasy, it's just for me to tell my sister to join me, tell my uncle to join me, and things like that. So many of us will feel that it's easy. But when you look at it in the long run, it still sales. You're selling. And selling is even harder because there is no personalization. They already built their vision, their mission, how they want it to be. And you have to follow through that way, because they've given you the material to use, which means you cannot be who you are. There's nothing like personal branding if you're doing MMM. There's nothing like that. So you have to strictly follow what they've already built down. Then the next thing is, obviously, I think I've talked into it. You're helping them to build their own vision. That is what we do when we are into MMM, when we see MMM as a core thing that we do. So we are helping others to build their own vision, which might not necessarily align with your own life purpose or your own vision. So number 3 is autonomy. So when we participate in MMM, we often have little control over that business module. They have their own business module, and the business module may not necessarily align or work with your lifestyle, your circumstances, but it seems that you're restricted. You just have to follow that. You cannot, make business decision because they already, I was trying to work with somebody, and, they've already built a website for them. So if they click, they land on the website they built for them. And obviously, for you to really attract people these days, you really need to kind of personalize your thing. That personal touch needs to be there. That is what attracts authentic customers to you. So it's that autonomy power, we don't have it. You lose it when you lose it to the founder, to the leaders, to the stakeholders of that business. Then unclear business ethics. So we've seen many of those companies that they close down in the end. They go into trouble with the government because their ethic is not even clear to us. They just gave us an overview of what we want to hear, and they recruit us, we recruit more people. And at the end of the day, after recruiting, we get to the end of the recruitment because you recruited me, I recruited my husband recruited our sister, I recruited my auntie, and all the chains. And once it's done, it's finished. We get frustrated. And nothing more, nobody else we can recruit, because people we recruited, we recruit people that we know as well, So That is another one. Insufficient business knowledge. So many attempts, you cannot, it's difficult for you to sell what you don't know confidently and what you don't believe in confidently, especially when you know that it is not about money. It's also about what you believe in. So if you don't have sufficient knowledge of a product, of program, why did they create that? I think somebody was trying to sell something to me here, and the lady said, my neighbor, she was, sis, this is what he's selling now. Give me 300. And she was showing me money in her account, actually. She was showing me how she invested $300, I think, and how they paid us, I can't remember, maybe 1,002 or something. She was, sis, they just, and I said, okay, that's fine. I understand. You got money in your account. What are they using the money to do? The money that is multiplying, because before they can pay you this money, it means it's multiplying. Apparently, they are collecting money from another person. You're collecting from Paul to rob Peter, and the chain breaks somewhere, and that's the end of it. So I asked the lady, what are they using this money for? If I have understanding of what the money is being plugged on, and how do they generate the income or the interest that they are using to pay others, then I might think about it. Without having that understanding, I'm sorry, I can't even invest my 5p in it. So if you see what I mean, so we don't, and many of us don't have that patience to understand what we are really investing in, whether it's even aligned with our value. So I thought, I'm sorry if I've offended anyone here tonight, but I've seen this happen. A lot of us, we invest our money there, and sometimes it's crashed in the middle, and sometimes it's not the way for us. So I thought I'll share it tonight. So let's go to the business of the day. How do I scale my business? So if you're not doing MMM, you want to do your own business, how do you scale it? So we've talked about how to identify our passion, our expertise, our stories, and how we can choose a niche. We looked at the big ocean where we can be and nobody notices us. We look into the middle one. Yes, we know, for instance, we use Madam Chair's business as a coach. Yeah, we know everybody is a coach. I'm a coach. So if I call you and you say, oh, Favor, what do you do for a living? I say, I'm a coach, in your head. So you see, you're going to be like thinking, okay, coach, which coach? Is he educational coach? Is he children coach? Is it, you know? So that causes confusion. And most of the time, we are not there to explain to people that, oh, I'm actually an entrepreneurial coach, or I'm a service-based entrepreneurial coach. Nobody is there. I'm not there to present myself. So give people a chance without thinking twice. Once they ask you, what do you do? In one sentence, you should be able to say what you do. And even in career-wise as well, some of us, we are still in career and we are happy there. It's still the same principle. So to scale your business, we talked about creating a profitable niche, set your money goal, find a story that connects with your ideal customers, focus on one group of clients to leverage your time and position yourself as the authority. So we talked about this yesterday. Many of us want to like, Billy you bata, matter. Sorry, if you don't understand Yoruba, it means that, you know, if this one doesn't sell, that one will sell. Let me just sell everything together. It doesn't work like that. You become, you know, if you remember, you know, those days, our grandparents, they used to say wosi wosi, they call it wosi wosi. So when you get to that shop, you find all sorts of things. You find lantern, they are selling lantern, where they are selling pepper. Yeah, they are selling flour, everything. So they are not specialized. So, and when you're not specialized, you can't charge high price. People can't know you for one thing, and where you want to be for people to be able to describe you with one thing. Oh, you mean the lady that talk about diabetics? Oh, you mean the lady that teach children age 5 to 6? That's it. That is where we want to be. Create a value ladder and sell again and again. So in order for us to have that consistency of income, our module must be structured that it continues to bring in customer day in, day out, no matter how small it is. So let me ask this question. Is there anybody here who feels that they are doing a lot, but they are getting a non-significant result? If you're doing a lot, you're thinking you're doing a lot, you're spending a lot in marketing, talking to people, but you're not seeing the result. Okay, let me see your charts in the Let me see your comments in the chat. Oh, my message is in another screen. Yes, so I like that. Yeah, good. So I saw one person saying, yes, that is what is happening. And a lot of us will go through that. So let's start with your money goal. Now, I will highly recommend, even if you already have a business, set a money goal for your business. How much you want to earn in a month? How much income are you expecting? You cannot get the goal that you cannot achieve the goals that you haven't set. So you have to set the money goal. And based on the money goal, it helps you, it guides you to how much effort you need to put in your marketing, in everything that you do. So now in setting the goal, what I've put together is, if you already have a business, and I think today, let's do as we did yesterday. Can somebody drop in the chat, if you have a business, what do you do? Give me an example. What do you sell? Give me one of your products or your most popular products. And another person that hasn't started a business, but you have an idea in your head. Okay, I have life insurance. So I will need another person who has not started their business, but you have an idea in your head. And we're going to probably creating something along the way. You have idea in your head, or you are in an industry, you have an expert in something. Maybe you're in IT, maybe you're a business analyst, you're a project manager or something, you know, but you've been thinking about having your own business. Drop it in the chat. And we're going to be using an example of one. I'll use life insurance. That's what I have here. And another example of somebody, a contractor. So what do you mean by a contractor? If you can break it down for me, please. You're still in the red ocean, Niyi. You are still in the red ocean, so you need to come off that your contractor. By yesterday, I would have expected you to have breaking it down slim, so that it's slim, you know, so that it's very slim. So I'll be waiting for you while I'm continuing. So let's do the formula together. So for okay, construction and estate developer. Okay, so you are basically into building. Okay, brilliant, brilliant. But have you started? Have you started? I have auditor. Have you started your business? Have you started your business? Footwear accessories, like 14 years. Okay, okay. So that means you already have a business. I need somebody who has not started their business. I need somebody who is, I think I saw somebody say, okay, auditor. So Toke is an auditor. Toke, do you work in an organization? Do you work for a company? You are a big boss, so you're already in the business. So I'm gonna use Wale. Okay, so everybody have a business now. Who doesn't have? Who hasn't started? Who is thinking that maybe they will start? Maybe they will use this. They will, you know, anybody? Okay. 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 Yeah. My problem is I want to start a buying and selling business. We tried, but failed due to the reason given yesterday. Okay. Okay. So I have a pen. Okay. So right. Omeza. Okay. I will take somebody footwear accessory. That's a product. So in that case, because everybody seems to have their business, let me take one service and one product. So if I take life insurance, and the footwear accessory. We'll see how it goes. So Wale, for instance, you want to look at what is your best-selling offer. So when I refer to offer, I mean your product, your services. So when I say product also, I mean your services. So for instance, Wale, maybe your services could be that you have a, how can I describe that? So you have like a planned session with the family. So you stay with them for like 6 weeks to plan their life insurance, their retirement, and things like that. You wanted to help them to structure their life savings and how they can use insurance to buffer certain things, but certain accidents, emergency that can come out, during the course of their life. So you're going to stay with them for 6 weeks to understand their income, their outgoing, their lifestyle, and stuff like that, and now recommend the best activity for them. So during that week, 6 weeks, you set up strategy for them, you watch what they are doing, and you give them the best strategy, which include implementation, because it also means that you're going to say, hey, take this insurance on, this is what you need to do, or you do all the admin for them. It's all up to you. So that might be one of your services, right? So for somebody who sell shoes accessories, so your shoes accessories, one of your products might be a leather, 100% leather, whatever. I'm not into a product per se, but it's still the same principle. It could be it could be 100% leather. It could be leather for hot environments, very warm environments. Some leathers are like, they flourish better in cold environments, in desert boots. You see, there you go. So now, let's assume you have that product. You have the what you call desert boots, which I think probably like when they are going for camping boots and stuff like that. Let's assume that is your best seller or one of your products. But most importantly, if you have a product, choose your best seller, the one that brings the biggest money. That is what you want to choose. All the rest of them, they are not important. It's not as if they are not important, obviously they are, but you want to spend your time, more money, your marketing in that bestseller, that the one that has been bringing you more money. So choose that. Now, what you now do, this formula, what it's saying is that we call it signature offer. So like when we like set up products for my clients, we help them to create a signature offer. Signature offer is something that has your fingerprints in it. It's unique to you. You create a module for that product or services. So something like what a few say a desert boot, there must be something that you put in it that is not found in everyday shop, in the high street shop. So that makes it unique. I believe so. So you pick your bestseller, unit price. How much is that unit price? How much is that boot? Is it mostly I'll try to use dollars. Let's say it's $100. You now divide it by your monthly goal. So if your monthly goal, for instance, is $5,000, you divide your shoes of $100 by 5,000. How many do you need to sell? That is your sales target in a month. Now, when you're setting your money goal, 30K for now. So that's Naira. Well, let me translate it into dollars. So when you're setting your goals, think about, have a mindset that this is the only business I have. This is the only source of income I have. This is where I'm going to pay my rent. If you're paying rent, this is where I'm going to pay my mortgage. If you're paying mortgage, this is where I'm going to pay my VA, my assistant, my admin people, all the marketing work, all the adverts. This is where I'm going to pay them. There is no other income. This is where I'm going to go on holiday. I'm going to pay my children's school fees and everything. All my expenses is going into this business because you're going to be paying your own self salary, right? And it's from that means your salary must be fat enough that you're not being distracted going back to 9 to 5. So that means a goal is something bigger than your normal things, right? So the first thing is to think about your expenditure, outgoing, and the life you want to live. So you need to come out of your everyday income. You need to think about, what kind of life do I want to live? Do I want to go on holiday 2 times a year? How much would that cost? Do I want to build an holiday home? Do I want to buy a house for my mom? Do I want to? So all those things, you need to think about them in building your goals. You now set that gigantic amounts for yourself. So, and that is why this framework is about helping you to create a value product that you can sell at high price, so that you don't need to work too much, work less, and the same amount of money. So that is that formula there. I hope that is clear to everyone, how you set your money goal on a monthly basis and then annual basis. So how can you stand out from the crowd? Because when you sell these goals, you need to sell, right? And in order for you to sell, you need to be able to stand out, because there's so much competition out there. There is so much competition out there. So real value is about problem solving. The purpose of a business is to create a customer. So you provide something, maybe services or anything, or a product, is like a solution that they need and they want. Now, let me break this down. And this is very, very important, because we might not have time to talk about it again. Now, when you're selling, there's what they call customers need, customers wants, right? There's difference between the two. Anytime you're selling to your customers, sell them what they want, but give them what they need. Can somebody who have idea of what that means? Sell them what they want, give them what they need. Anyone have idea what that means, or how to do that? Okay, let me break it down. So you sell customer what they want, basically, to be precise, and not the case of what bothers versus what I get. Right, you're kind of right, Niyi. So what that means is that I'm going to use an example to make it easy to understand. So what that means is that, let me use an example of somebody who is trying to lose weight. Yeah. So, and you are an health professional, or your physical health therapies, or you're into wellness, and you help people to lose weight, right? And obviously there are tons of us out there that want to lose weight. Yeah. So now I want to lose weight, right? You have what it takes for me to lose weight, right? But you and I know that for me to lose weight, I need to watch what I eat. I need to exercise. At least those 2 things, they are major. But think about it, you and I. Who really wants to exercise to lose weight? Who really wants to stop eating jollof rice and pounded yam? Let's be honest. Who? Nobody. So what you're doing now, you tell them what they want to hear. And I'm sure maybe you must have seen some of adverts that say, hey, lose 5 kg in 6 weeks without stepping into gym. Burn your belly fat without stopping eating your favorite food, like jollof rice, like amala. Do you think when somebody wants to lose weight, hear that, do you not think they will be attracted, like, oh, this one sounds nice, I think this one will be easy on me, I better go for this one, right? Rather, if you now say, so join my program, we're going to be doing 5K marathon every day, 5 days a week, for you to lose your belly fat. And after that, the only food you're going to be eating is salad. In fact, you will not get any man in. And you must never drink alcohol for the next 2 years. You wouldn't get anybody in. So you now flip it over. You tell them what they want to hear. Now, when they come to you, they are interested because you've made them feel that it's very easy, I can help you. They come to you, you start by understanding what they actually need. Because without what they need, if you don't give them what they need, they can't see results. But first, you attract them by telling them what they want to hear. So that is what that means. So tweak your messaging going forward. Tell them what they want to hear. You know, so for Wale, you know, don't tell them that they're going to be paying a monthly subscription. Many people don't like, somebody like me, I don't like, I will buy my thing cash, you know, lifetime, you know, packages and stuff like that. I would rather do that. I don't like seeing money going out of my account monthly, especially for a very long time. So say something like that. When they come to you, it's up to them and say, this is the packages I have. You could choose to do this over 6 weeks, one-off payment, or break it down so that it's convenient for you to pay. You know, tell them what they want to hear, what would interest them. Somebody say if they are asking for what if what they want is below the standard. No, you determine what you tell them. They are not the one telling you. You determine what you say to them based on your knowledge of your customer. And that is why it is very, very important to know your customers, which we covered yesterday. So you are the one telling them, this is what I have. Obviously, you're saying that because you know them. You know them that really, when you look at people who want to lose weight, many of us, we don't want to go to gym. We don't want to stop eating the food we enjoy. You know, we don't want to stop eating agege bread. So these are the things you say to us. These are the things you say to us. That is the trigger. So that is the way we deal with that. Next, quickly, the crucial part of your business is to be clear about the problem you solve. So again, we covered about this a bit yesterday. It's about, you know, communicating clearly to your audience what you do. So I think today we've seen somebody say they are contracted. I have to ask that, what does that mean? What do you do? Do you understand? So we want to communicate clearly what we do. And please, let's use simple language or languages. You know, I was chatting with my son. I said, if you ever watch Nigerian news, you can never understand any English to say. And up till now, I still struggle. You know, when I hear some big English, flabbergasted, I'm like, oh my goodness, what does this mean to you alone? You know, so use simple English. In fact, use your customer's language, simple as that. Use their language. I was chatting with a lady who is afraid of social media and all that. And I said, look, you don't need to be like everybody jumping on social media, doing live and all that, speaking English, speaking grammar, you know, using examples. You are not at that level yet. Be at your own level. If what you can speak fluently is Ijebu accent or dialect, go on social media. Come on. You will see Ijebu followers that will be shouting and, you know, hailing like, go girl, because that is your uniqueness. So let's use a basic terms, basic language that our people we understand. Obviously, if your customers are professors in the uni, you know, you can use big grammars, they will understand. They will follow, in fact, they will think you're one of them. And that is where you want to be. So you want your customer to for them to feel you so that they feel that you are like them. That is what makes them comfortable wanting to buy from you. Value proposition, how does your solution make a difference? We say solving problems about value. How does your proposition, how does it make a difference? What value does it bring to the table? Whether it's a new idea, whether it's a fabulous idea, it doesn't matter the creativity. Ideas are all fantastic, but they must be wanted and needed by the markets for it to be worthy. Otherwise, it's not worthy, there's no need. So now let's go now and think about how to stand out. How do you find your value proposition? These are the expected gains a customer will receive from your products, from buying your products. That is what they call USP. So now start asking yourself, what is unique about me that can be used to stand out from the crowd? So if I pick Toke, for instance, you have an auditing firm. What do you think First of all, look at yourself as a person, as an individual, because your personality control your business. Whether you like it or not, it transfers into your business. Think about you yourself as a person. What is unique about you that you can transfer into your auditing firm to make a difference to your clients? Is it that you're very, very thorough, you're very organized, and you can bring that into your business module? How can you do that? How can you create templates for your clients to help them with their auditing activities during the year, not waiting for year end for them to do their auditing work? Because you're very organized. And because you're organized, you think ahead and you're able to put some template together, some Excel worksheet together and say, during the year, do this, do A, B, C. I will check on it as Q1. I will check on it on Q2. And, it also means you're working with them throughout the year. So think about what uniqueness can you bring into your firm. So I created a formula simply to help us find out our unique selling proposition, and I call it value formula. And you can use it straight away, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be asking everybody to drop their new, they won't pay. You have to package it well. We're going to talk about how to package it in a minute. So think about this. If you like, you can write it down. And especially if you already have a business. So V stands for unique selling points. So what makes you unique? Think about it. What makes you unique? I can speak for myself. I'm a practical person. I mean, if I want to do something, I want to be able to see it out, draw it out, draw, like a chain of it, to imagine. I like to feel. I like to feel. So what makes you unique? And that is why my coaching program is like, get people involved. We implement together. You wouldn't just come to my workshop and you go home with a note. You're not going home with a note. You're going to implement it right there so that there's no guesswork. Now, what makes you unique in the services you're offering? Number 2, the A is primary benefits. What is in there for the customers? What is in there for them? No customer will pay when there's nothing in for them. In fact, these days, it's even getting what people are like, what do I get for that? They are paying you £5, $5 worth of things. They are like, what am I getting out of that? What benefits, what value does it bring, to me? So you need to know what is it. And in order for you to do that, I think we did that yesterday. What is the big problem that your customer have? Their biggest worries. And what is the biggest solution that you are bringing to them? Biggest problem, biggest solution, that is the primary benefit that you write in because we're going to use this formula to create our baseline statements. Then the L is the reason to believe you. Even though I promise that if I work with you, I will help you. You don't have a business, you don't have an idea. I will help you to create a business that can excite you and that will be profitable, that will put you on a minimum of $7,000 monthly. You have that program or packages created. Obviously, you need to do your marketing work. So if I promise that, you don't necessarily have to believe me, do you? Because I might just be, fluffing around. So how can I get you to believe me? So in your statement, you need to let people believe you. Why should customer trust you? And you're going to see that in an example that I give below. The U is comparison. So you need to let them know I'm better than my competitors that you're currently buying from. You need to say something that will make them know that you are better off. Then you combine all these statements together to make your elevator pitch. Your elevator pitch can be used in your website, your social media page, as your pitch. So maybe you're having a conversation, you're having a talk, you want to introduce yourself. On your about page, your elevator pitch can be used there. And look at the way I've formulated this using value. We offer, so the first one is V, what makes you unique, yeah? we offer a one-of-a-kind eco-friendly services. Did you see the uniqueness? Eco-friendly, yeah? Cleaning services that the A there is the primary benefit. What is the benefit? The big solution. Ensure a healthier home for your family. Many people want that. It's a big solution. Big problem, big solution. So the next one is L, the reason to believe you. With over a decade of experience in a sustainable cleaning. You see, when you hear that, you're like, oh, it's been in the business for a while. Oh, wow. It could be you could use your certification there, or you win an award, you could put that there. So then L is still easy to believe you. Our team has earned recognition for our commitment to environment responsibility. Plus, you now try to tell them that, hey, we are better than our competitors. Our services is not only safe for the environment, but also more effective in eliminating allergies than traditional cleaning methods. Did you see how we put that together? So when you describe your services or products or business like this, it's very clear. Did you see how clear it is? Did you see how informative it is in just, you say this in less than 15 seconds and your message is clear and you attract your customers immediately. You can take a screenshot of this and I will encourage you, if you don't have like about us in your social media handles or page, obviously there's a limited word you can use on Instagram, you can use this. And you can use this to update your website as well, because it's very clean, clear, very descriptive. It tells you that's your elevator pitch. So I hope that helps. So we are not having any break. So how do we transform your expertise into high value offer? What do customers pay for? What do customers pay for? Can somebody help me in the chat? What do you think your customer will pay for? What do you think your customer will pay for? Products and services, yes? Maybe. Products and services. Anybody else? Satisfaction, yeah. Expertise, yeah. I mean, you're all very correct. Their needs being met, that's it. So they pay for value. So when you see, I think I used the example of iPhone yesterday. Every year, many of us, we upgrade our iPhones. Why? Because they put one value or the other in it every year. They had one camera and they increase the capacity or the memory or whatever, So that's the value they are selling to us. So that means for you to be able to price your offer, your services high, you need to stock it with a lot of value. So customer pay for value. So you want to craft an offer that is so good that your audience cannot say no to. You want to understand the key elements of an irresistible offer and how to create one that truly resonates with your targeted audience. Also to communicate value of your offer. So you see the exercise we did just now, you see how that statement communicated the value of that offer. That is what we need to do. Also, you now develop a testing strategies. Even if you already have your business, it doesn't still matter. People relaunch. And relaunching is the most exciting way of, taking yourself forward again, especially if you've been in the business and you think things are not working the way you expect. Just change little things about it and do a relaunch. But when you're doing a relaunch, there's a strategy for relaunching. So you also want to implement that into your relaunching, because it means people have had enough of what you do. It's not attracting anymore, or probably you were targeting the wrong audience. So you want to re-strategize and introduce a new thing that you can use to sell it and relaunch it again. Change the name, change the style, change your your business model, and relaunch. So how do you infuse values into your products that your audience are dying to have your products or services? So let me show you this. I put this two products here randomly, and we're looking at two products here. The first product is called watermelon juice, and the second one, organic solution, sugar-free, sugar-free, watermelon for people with diabetics, yeah? So the first product, we have 3 ingredients: juice from concentrate, water, sugar, fructose, flavoring. It takes 30 minutes to make it. And it is 2 liters, or they package it in 2 liters, and it costs $1.50. That is the first product. So the second product, ingredient 1 is water, lemonade, electrolyte powder, a pinch of ginger. I know we have some doctors in the house. Don't try to criticize me because I don't even know what that does to our body. I'm just illustrating something here. So it also takes 30 minutes to make that product. And this one is sold for $5. Right. Now, can somebody tell me what did they spot in 2 of them? What different did they spot now from the 2 products that we have on screen? What did they spot? One is $1.50, another one is $5. It takes the same minutes to bake. Packaging, added packaging. So how do you mean packaging? Branding. How do you mean branding? You know, I told you I like to hear, I like to hear raw English, raw word. More natural ingredients, yes. Content, yeah, kind of, yeah. More natural ingredient. Okay, thank you, everyone. Brilliant, thank you. I like the engagement. Now, when you look at it, you're all very, very correct. When you look at the 2 products, they take the same time to produce. The prices are different. At least you can see, we can all see that. And all of us, when we are buying, many of us, what we look at first is price, right? How much is it without looking at the other thing, right? I will see if I can cover that aspect, what you should do, so that people don't look at the price. So the price is different. Also, when you look at the ingredients, it's also different. However, one thing that I didn't hear anybody say is that the second product is well targeted. They are in the micro niche. And that is why they can price their product. Same product, 2 liters, they can price it high. So what do I mean? Even from the name, you can tell they are all made from watermelon, right? It's the same watermelon. So you go to the supermarket to buy watermelon juice. You just go to the shelf, you're looking for watermelon, now you grab one. But somebody like me, I will go to shop, I want to buy watermelon. I want to see at this stage of our age, I want to see what I'm putting in my belly, you know? I will go for number 2. I'm on the borderline of diabetes. I know sugar is not good for me. I know I have to take, if I'm to take, normally I don't take juice anyway. But let's assume I feel thirsty, I want to take something. How will take something like this? 1, the description sell it all. It's an organic solution, sugar-free watermelon for people with diabetes. Diabetic. Did you see that? It's very clear, descriptive. It's for one audience. That's it. Now, this is the difference that I also want you to pay attention to. This person, if this person has a sales target of, let's say, 1,005 in a month, how much juice does this person need to sell to make their money go? Can somebody do the math for me, please? We have some mathematician in the house. $1.50, and their monthly sales target is 1,005. How many juice do they need to sell? The 2 of them, they are spending the same time. they are probably going to spend the same marketing cost to promote it. In fact, the second person will say spend less money to promote it because it's well promoted already, authentically. So the second person would need less effort to make their 1,005 sales target or money goal in a month. I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. So look at the way this person packaged themselves. Somebody says packaging. So watermelon for well targeted. So they've researched their clients, their customers. They know what they need. They need something natural. So there's all the things that could trigger their diabetes or something. They say, this is free of it. You're not going to have it in this drink. I will go for it. Even if this product is being sold in America and I'm here in the UK, I will order it because that is what I need. Now, when you look at it also, we said that this person will sell less. We need to sell less for them to meet the same target at the top products. It means they are spending less effort, less marketing money to promote it. In fact, this one doesn't need a lot of promotion, the second one, but they are still hitting the same target as the other one. The only thing I would say here, this person had more value. They did more research. They streamlined their offering. So that is the way we should think about our offer. So if you want to sell high value offer, that is the way to create your high value offer. I have a formula for value as well. It's a dream outcome of your customer. What is the dream outcome? What do they want to see? What big solution are they expecting? Yeah. So this person, they want juice that can cater for people with diabetic. Yeah. And what is the perceived likelihood of achieving that? Maybe this element here, index, glycemic, or whatever thing, maybe it could trigger that. They say it's not there. So there's something we call time delay. So time delay it has to do with a marketing terms whereby there is a gap. There is a period at which your customer receive results of what you are offering them, whereby customer cannot see when they are getting the value, they are afraid to put their money down. So anytime you're doing your offer, you have to introduce time delay. So if I use Ni's construction business, for instance, when you're selling your offering, you're consulting, obviously you consult with them because you need to visit the site to see what they have there, what needs to go there, then you do the budgeting for them and all that. But you also need to give them a time frame of when they will start seeing the first batch of the results. So your foundation will be ready in the next 6 months. So maybe other people, their foundation, they get it once they start, they take the job. The foundation takes another 6 years. And you are able to promise and deliver that 6 months. So that means they are looking forward to the first stage of deliverable in the first 6 months. That gives customer peace of mind. Yeah, I will invest in this. Obviously, you don't promise what you cannot deliver. So integrity is very important. So it's also an effort and sacrifice. So all these things that you are seeing here, the value formula equal to your price. Your price, the face value of your product, of your services, don't just pick an amount and put on your product. If you can use this formula, you can take a screenshot of it. I'm giving you for free for tonight only. So, effort, sacrifice. And you know what? Your customer must see that in your products. The effort and the sacrifice, they must see it. That is what they are paying for. And the time delay of when they will see the first results. I hope that helped. And we can take question in the end if anyone will have any question. So there is more that goes into offering to make it really, really good. So we talked about how you can create your offer, how you can charge high to what you currently do. What can you put in it to charge high? So using variable pricing strategy as well. I think we've used example of that where you can say, okay, I will stay with you, consult with you for 6 weeks until you get this first result. Once you get the first result, I'm off. Or you can stay with me. I'll be checking on you every three months, every 6 months, and you just be paying me $100 monthly or quarterly. So you have a continuous income coming to you. Other things that you could put in your offer is bonuses. You know, many of us, we don't want to give, but we want to receive. We want customer to buy. We've forgotten that there's a lot of competition out there. And for us to beat the competition, these elements are very, very important. So you use bonuses to attract your customers. So for instance, let me use Ni's example, because that people like, what kind of bonus can I give people who want to build an estate? You can give them a bonus that you're going to clear the weeds. You know, when people want to build houses, you know, I don't know how, you know, the kind of places you work on, probably there's weed that has covered them. Surveyor cannot even go there. And your bonus is like, take on this price now for the next 6 months, take it on. If you take my offer, I will bring men to your side, they will clear all your weed, they will, you know, something like that. Now, between you and I, we know that this bonus that you are giving, one way or the other, you get it in your price. It's already embedded into your pricing strategy. But you use that to draw them closer, to make them to take a decision to buy from you now. So how do you know what kind of bonuses to give your customers? Look for a supplementary activities or products, or a complementary activity or product. I hope that is clear. So if somebody is buying, you're selling a shoe, let's use few products. So yeah, so yeah, that offer you put there, yes, that's a good offer. That's a good offer, but that one is what we call time delay. That is not bonuses. Bonuses, so all these things, you put it together. You put time bonuses, you put time delay, you put urgency. So you put 2 there. So you put urgency, buy in the next month. So you put urgency, you make them to be scared that if I don't get this now, I will lose out on it. And that's why you see a lot of us, you know, we rush to show. They say 70% are off now. It ends next week. It's a joke. Seriously, it's a joke, man. You go and buy a car, they tell you that, yeah, 0%. There's nothing like that. We have accountants here, right? I am an accountant anyway. And we know there's nothing like 0% interest. There's nothing like that. But this is how you can attract your customer. These are the things you embed into your offer. So urgency is what Ni puts in the chart when you give them time limit of when they can buy it, otherwise it closes. Even if you sell products. So if I use Field shoes that you sell that boot and you want to sell it urgency, you can say, oh, you're now on sales. And these sales will last for so period. Or if you want to do bonuses, you can say you give them a liner to line their shoes so that to relieve it from wear and tear or something like that. Or you give them extra padding or extra sole. You see, people will think ordinarily, I will have bought this because I will need it to keep this shoe. Or you're selling it with a polish, special polish for, what did you call it? You're selling desert boots, something like that. You see, that is a plus. Ordinarily, they will have needed to buy it, but you're not giving them for free. That attract them. You also do guarantee. So you do guarantee. So you're telling them, like for my product, I offer guarantee. I say 100% money back guarantee. Seriously, it shows customers that you're sure of what you're saying. It also makes you to be committed as well. So if I give you 100% money back guarantee and I've collected 2005 from you, I need to work my ass out to deliver so that I don't ask for your money back. You see, that means you're also, up-leveling your integrity or the value of your product. There is what we call upsell, bundle. So it depends on what you sell. So upsell is when people come in and buy a cheaper product. So they buy a cheaper product. Obviously, this is what we talk about value. So you sell a cheaper product for them. When I say cheaper, I don't mean in terms of value, but lower price item. So they buy it, they like it. You can easily say, oh, actually, do you know, I also have, though that one is a bit higher because they've bought a small item from you, they enjoyed it, they will be easily wanting to sell for you. So if you have a website, you sell product, this one is really helpful if you sell products. And you could get a website builder to do upsell for you or bundle for you, whereby people click and buy an item and there's a pop-up that says you might also like this. People who buy this also buy this together. Or this one, you need this additional insole padding to wear your shoes comfortably, something like that. And a bundle is like, why don't you buy a jacket? Since you're getting you want to go for hiking shoes or the boots, you need a jacket to wear with it. Why don't you get that together? That's bundle. You bundle it together and we'll sell it for you for half price. That is how you bundle your packages together. Even for services, you can do the same thing. That the sale is and snitch and the soul won't remove open. Well, that is not guarantee. So guarantee means that when you really want to do guarantee, and these elements here that I put here, they are to make you stand out from the crowd. They are to help you take customer from your competitors. So you have to go all out. So when you're giving guarantee, you guarantee your thing that if you wear this shoe, you have problem in the next 6 months, bring it back, I will give you your money back. You want to be as confident as that. And I said what I do, it pushes you to do the best because you don't want people to be returning your shoes. It also builds confidence. When you say that to a customer, they will trust you, especially in part of the world where we came from. In here, if you buy something you are not happy, you can return it back. It doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal here. But obviously, maybe in Nigeria or Africa, it may not be like that. But if you now come out and say, buy my shoes, buy my material, 6 months, if you have problem, return it, I will give you 100% back your money. Yes. I'll give you a brand new pair. Yes, there you go. So in my guarantee, I give people that I will give you your money back or I continue to work with you until you see the result that we agreed on at the beginning of this project. So it gives people peace of mind to wanting to buy. So when it comes to running a business where you are targeting 7K a month, you also need powerful messaging. Your words, they are your weapon. So messaging is a big subject on its own. We touched base on it yesterday. So does anyone think that they can make a difference in their business from what we've talked about today, yesterday and today? Type yes in the chat if you think there's something you grab that you can implement. The beauty of it is for us to, get something, get an idea and implement it and start seeing the result. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Phil. And even if you use a tiny bit about it, will you say our time has been well spent? We are nearly done 1 hour. In capital letter, thank you. Do you want me to go into creating a module, how you can recreate your module that will bring continuous income for you? Do you want us to go into that quickly? Maybe another 10 minutes or so? Give me one if you're happy for us to go ahead. I need to wait for more yes. Okay. I want to hear from the bosses too, before I get sacked. Brilliant. Thank you, everyone. Right. So the reason why most small businesses fail is because they have a wrong business model. So now let me ask you, what container do you create to get the first client and sell on and on and on? So if, for instance, you are just starting a business, or many of us, we are working, we have business that we are running. How do you get your first clients into the door? How do you get them through the door? So what do you use to get your client? Can I hear something in the chat? How do you get your clients? How do you get your clients? I'll wait for some few answers from the chat. Excellent service. Yes, thank you. Anybody else? How do you get clients? How do you get clients through your door? How do you get clients? Toke, how do you get companies asking you to come and audit their firm? Advertisements? Yes. Anybody else? How do you get clients? How do you get the clients coming in? Okay, so let me show you. Referral, social media, yeah. Yeah, referral is also good. So social media is a must. If you are running away from social media, please don't go back there. So there's what I designed here as pyramids, obviously not MMM. So this is the entry point at the bottom. How do you get people here? So your entry point is the point where people hear about you for the very first time, about what you do. It might be why we are having this session. Somebody just told us what he does. Tuke just told us what he does. I didn't know. Many people just shared what they do here. Wale shared what they do. I don't know. I haven't heard about it. So I heard for the first time. But do you know that by tomorrow, I might not remember it? Do you know that? Good. So people hear what you do for the very first time, whether they see it on social media, whether, I don't know, they could hear anyhow. But what you want to do, you want to strategically position yourself that when I have a chance, a customer by any chance get to know about what I do. One, what I do is very clear to them. We've talked about that messaging. Two, the environment that I am, I'm in the right environment where people who need my services or products are. That might not be the case maybe in all cases, but it reflects in your social media pages and everywhere where you are, the targeted audience in your social media. You want to target the people that need your services. Now, when they now meet you, let's assume they saw your page on social media. What happened? So this is where this point is the most important point to draw people to your service. So we want to do something that will bring them into this funnel. This is funnel. We all know what is funnel, like arrow. You know, when the water drops, it goes in, and as it gets to the bottom, it's getting narrower and the customer cannot go out again. But this way, I flipped it over. We want to start from the bottom. So don't try to sell to customer your highest offer. Start from the very lower button level. And the best thing to do is to give free services. Yes, you heard me right. Free services to attract them and show your worth. So I talked about if you're relaunching. So relaunching is an opportunity to re-strategize, to reposition yourself. So when you're relaunching your product or services, especially if you've been on it and you think, I'm not happy with this, do a relaunch. Attract people. So if I use Wale Solar and you're like, okay, this is a new product I'm selling, get people in. You can use lead magnets. We call it lead magnets. I want to avoid using some marketing jargons as much as possible. So lead magnets is something you give for people for free in exchange of their emails or their contact details. You give them something valuable. So you can do something like Find out how many things you need to do to build your insurance for the future, or something like that. 5 things that you can do to get the cheapest insurance. Free services, that's deep. Nigeria may take, yes, they will take advantage of it. I agree with you. But it means they will have you in their mind. We all have conscience. The whole idea is give and take. So when I launched my my framework, I've been in business for a while. I relaunched that framework. It cost me a lot, and I want to test it as well. Because when you look at, sometimes we jump into a business, we don't even have idea, we are rubbish. So we need to test it. So those are the way you can even actually authenticate your products. So I say I need 5 people that I'm going to support to build their business, to transform their business. And I put an advert on LinkedIn and all that. And it's for free. But in return, you're going to give me testimonials when I'm done with you. You see, when you look at it, I did it for free. My standard coaching is $2,005. So I did it for free. But in return, they gave me testimonials. The testimonial is what I now build on to sell my products. It's also, in the course of doing the work for them, I also learned. I tweaked my strategies because I use them to learn as well. And they also refer people to me as well. They get paid commission anyway. But this is what you do. It's give and take. So your entry points can be a material that you give them, especially if you're offering services. Give them tips, something they can download, easily to consume, not too much, so that it's not overwhelming, but very valuable. So that they will be thinking, if this guy can give us this valuable thing for free, what if I now buy a product or services? So for Phil, you're having a product, you can do free delivery. I did this with one of my clients who sell jewelry. And she had our website for like over 10 years. No single soul bought from that website. She only get referral. How can you sustain such a business? So we recreated the website. We lifted the face of the website. We rewired and make it marketing friendly. So when people get there, they're like, we are opening up, we're relaunching, and we are giving this, the images there, this for free, or you pay your delivery. And once they get in, because it's like a funnel, they put their email address here because you're sending something for them for free. So you're getting their email address. What do you need their email address for? They'll consent it. Don't go and get email address of people who do not consent so that you don't get into trouble. They must consent it in your form. You made them consent to it so that you can communicate with them. So once you get their email, you start promoting your product to them. Obviously, you're not going straight. There's a strategy for that on its own. There's a email marketing strategy on its own. So it means you have those pool of customers, potential customers in your yard. It's now up to you how you want to capitalize on using them. It means you want to engage with them. You want to give them value. You give them value, you engage with them, you share story, you promote products. Give them value. So what do I mean by giving them value? Teach them something, share something that could benefit them in that industry that you are, because your customers want you. That was why they got the free thing in the first place. There's something in that free thing. Make sure the free thing you are giving is part of your big project or your product or your services. It leads to a bigger one. So for instance, Wale, if you say, I will give you free 1-hour session on how you can identify the best insurance for your children in the university, something like that. And you know that you give them that advice, really, they need implementation. They need to know which one to buy or something like that. But you get them in, get there, they will fill the form. Before they download the thing, they will put their email there. You get their email, you continue to communicate with them, engage with them. So that is that entry points, done, boom. Don't forget, if you're selling the products, you can give them free gifts that relate to what you sell. You can give them free delivery, excuse me, if you buy. Then move up to your middle offer. So remember, this product we are talking about here is just one product. It's just that out of that one product, you break them down into sizes and price level. So here is a middle offer. So for instance, Wale, your middle offer could be that a one-off plan, help somebody get life insurance. Simple, that's what you do. Just help them get the right, perfect life insurance. You do this under 3 hours, job done. Pay your money, $100 or $150. Middle offer is around that range of price. So from $50 up. Now your signature offer. So people who get your free offer, if you want to sell them something around $50, $100, they'll be comfortable to do it, especially if the first one was valuable. They'll be comfortable to say, oh, okay, he's giving me free things before, and it was really valuable. Yeah, I can trust him. Now, once you've done that, you know they are still in your car because you're engaging with them. When I say engage, you're sending them emails, engaging with them, sharing stories. If you can even share football stories and all that. So now move to your signature offer, which should cover how you can put value. Your signature offer starts from $1,005 up. So now you upsell. You move them up. The people that buy, let me buy life insurance, they pay you $80, whatever dollars they pay you. You know, actually, you know what? I can work with your family. I will work with your family, including your children, to understand your lifestyle, and I can create a bespoke insurance policy for you. Or I can work with your alumni group where I can set up insurance, group insurance for your alumni or your group in church or something like that. You do group, that could be your signature offer. The group insurance could be your signature offer. However, that is not the first thing you're going to sell because it's your signature offer, it's your high price offer. Now, you rope that into subscription. So your subscription is what will continue to bring money for you day in, day out, where you say, you know what, this family, I've done this plan for you for 6 weeks, but you know, things changes, economy changes, system changes. I'll be checking on you every three months. Just pay me $50 a month, or just pay me $50 every 3 months. They are hooked in your funnel. So I talked about launch strategies. That is something else on its own where you want to relaunch. How do you start this? How do you, relaunch that you become powerful? And other element is gaining visibility. You need to gain visibility. People need to know you for them to be able to, buy from you. Social selling is a must. There's LinkedIn generation, which a lot of our people, we are not taking advantage of. I teach on LinkedIn generation, video content. Your story, brand story is very, very important. People buy from people they connect with their brand story. They have a similar brand story. I talked about lead magnet. This is what you can use to attract people to get into the door to start with. Email marketing is a big one. Google My Business is another one. So many of us have seen many people, they are doing projects like community projects, and they go for funding. They are not getting funding. Why? Because when you go for funding, you tell government that you're doing the project, you're helping to solve something in Zimbabwe or whatever, wherever. And the first thing they do, they put your name on Google. Do you come out? What can they read about you on Google? So if you've not done that, you have a business, you're not on search engine, how can they trust you? How can they think that, you've not done anything? And again, in terms of, people who are looking for funding, before you start looking for funding, try to fund it your own way, because it's your passion, it's your project that you want to invest in. Before government give anybody funding, one, they want to know there's a need for it. We talked about that yesterday. They also want to know that you have been supplying the solution and people have been benefiting from it. That is when a government or a funder can step in and say, this is worth investing in. There's also marketing funnel that you need to think about. Marketing funnel is something that helps you to generate money. You don't need to, do anything. Last year, I took 8 months off work. I just thought I needed a break in my life. I was chatting with my neighbor. My neighbor was like, you took 8 months off. What happened to the bills? I said, what bills? So we should get to a point where we are free to go on holiday and the business do not die. The business is still working on its own. But all these things that I talked about here, especially this year, they a lot of investment goes into it. So you have to invest money and time in them. But then your business becomes sustainable, and your business also becomes something on autopilot, where you don't have to be there and the business is running, is bringing in clients day in, day out. So between today and yesterday, we rushed through this. We've covered identify a profitable niche where passion meets profitability, driving excitement and significant revenue. We also talked about how to stand out from the crowd using our value formula, how to find the right customers, and offer transformation, how you can transform your offer to high value item. And also premium branding. So don't think about creating a product or services. Think about creating a brand. And what is a brand? Is a solution that people are dying to have, that is needed. So your product or service that you may want to call it is actually a solution. And that is how you can see it as a brand. Let me quickly, before I end this session, to run through how the framework works, in case you might know anybody who might be interested, wanting to join this framework for me to work with them. So we start by looking at your core vision, your core values, and see what you want to do. What do you really want to achieve? What solution do you want to bring to the table of your community? And we now look at your niche. Which niche do you fall into? We talked about this yesterday. The main big profitable niche currently in our world is wealth, health, and relationships. Which one do you belong to? We now stream you down, move you away from red ocean where nobody notices you to a very macro niche. And we now design your customer avatar. What is your customer's problem? What is their pain point? What solution do they desire? What is the connecting story? What connecting story can you use? All these things, we have templates that you use to build that connecting story. What if your customer don't get your solution? What is the consequence? Those are the things we use to communicate to them. We craft a story, a messaging story that you use, baseline story that we did today, a long story that can be converted into video to talk to your audience. We now create your offer. So we basically focus on high offer. Normally, I wouldn't do middle offer. Of course, I can do it. It means additional money because some of it's the same step of doing the big offer that you spend in doing the middle offer. And doing offer, you see all those things I list, we have to bring them into it. We also do a lot of research on whatever offer you are doing so that it's marketable, there's customer for it, and there's a need for it. And what we teach you, how you can position that offer. We help you with your first level because we want to get people in order to sell the high offer. We help you with the step number one. How do people get into your funnel? The free thing you give them, we help you with that. And we now also use, you've done the free thing, people has come in. We separate the people that have come into your funnel, into your, arcade, your yard. We separate them. The cold lead, there's what we call cold lead and a warm lead. The cold lead, there are people you don't know at all. They haven't seen you, they haven't known you. The people who give you their emails because you give them offer, they have become warm because you've given them something, you've communicated with them, but they can become cold if you do not engage with them. So we help you create strategies for both cold lead and warm lead. I might be talking too much marketing now. So we also nurture them. Don't forget, anytime people come into your email, engage with them. And you don't need to do this one by one. That is why our framework also use automation. We use strictly automation. Strictly automation. I can't emphasize this enough. It takes money, it costs money, but it's worth your time and where you're going to. So you nurture, delight your customer and capture them and convert them to cash. I showed you earlier how you can convert them to cash from free item to low middle price item, then to your signature offer, and keep them inside while you sell them something that you subscribe to on a monthly basis. So you deliver. So part of the thing we do is to help you do the package of what you're going to deliver. So for instance, if I use Wally's business, we're going to look at what the customer need. We're going to create the offer together, what you're going to be doing with them. what you're going to be selling to them. So if I use a few products or shoe that he mentioned, I'm going to probably change the name. The name is too generic. I'm going to say, no, don't do it this way. Focus on one side or something like that. Then we change the messaging. We change the description. We change the style to suit that name, to fit that name. So we look at, these are the things we would do, and then you deliver your product. So part of the thing we do also include after delivery. What happened after delivery? Because you don't want the relationship to end there after you sell to your customer. It shouldn't end there. It should be a continuous relationship. That means you also want to keep them, offer them something new as well, because you're already in your yard. You know, you're already in charge. Offer them something new, promote new things to them, and share things with them, encourage them, celebrate them if you can. So that is basically how we work with our client, how the framework really works end to end. So we've gone further in our time. Any question now, Q&A, let's throw the question in, or any suggestion, any addition, let's hear, let's jump in. Does anyone have any question? Thank you, Shegun. I know I rushed through the talk, but I hope a few people can resonate with it. Any question, I remember one of our teachers in the secondary school used to say, whatever that means. Let me stop sharing so that.
Thank you. I know I couldn't talk much because of where I am, but thank you for everything. Yeah.
Does anyone have any question? And if you have any private question you want to ask in private, let me know. I will put my email here.